just wanted to come here today and do a full face of makeup. I know you guys are like, what? I'm shocked too, I'll tell you that, but I have been on making sure that I support Black beauty brands, and so I went to Ulta, my monthly trip, and I picked up some products from Juvia'S place. Do you guys see this face? Like, isn't it, like, am I not cute? Okay, so just want to tell you a tip. You'll see in the rest of the video. How about this? Tell me, how many products do you think I use on my face? How many individual products do you think I use? Leave it down below in the comments, and you'll see at the end who's right. But that's here nor there. I'm so excited for you guys to dive into this video. I kind of give you a few tips along the way. I tell you my insecurities about makeup, and I show you guys what I really think about this product, because yeah, you know, we love to support a sister, we love to support a brother, but if it sucks, it sucks. If it's good, it's good. And I'm gonna give you guys the real tea. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so I've been trying to make sure that I focus on more Black owned beauty brands. So I thought it would be cool to do a Juvia'S place. So I picked up the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation, the I Am Magic Concealer, the Saharan blush palette, and then I already had the eyeshadow palette, so I'm going to be using that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with setting my face with primer. I like to use the e.l.f. Cosmetics primer. This not only fills in your pores really good, but it gives you a really good base when you're starting off with your makeup. So I'm going in here with that. I'm gonna use one more primer, which is the Maybelline Baby Skin. I like using this one, especially when I'm not sure how the foundation is going to react. Remember, some people think, oh, you only need one primer, blase, blase, blase. Tell their mama to shut up if they tell you that. You use what works for you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a loose powder to prep my face. Going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start working on my eyes. I don't know if you guys know, but I typically don't do a lot of eye looks, simply because that's just not my expertise. But I'm gonna just go in and use a few colors out of this Nubian palette. I really love this palette simply because it has so many nice colors. You guys see that? Like, this is a really good starter palette, especially if you don't know how to do makeup. So this is one that I would recommend for anybody. As far as the concealer, I'm using color 11. So I'm gonna go in here and try to base my eyes out. So what I'm gonna do, I just want to do more of a neutral look. So okay, so I kind of got the look that I wanted. I just wanted something that just shows that I have a little color on my eye. More than likely what I'm gonna do is go in with a little bit more color once I finish doing my eyelashes. So I'm gonna pull my eyelashes out. I typically don't wear lashes, so I just wanted you guys to see what these products do for themselves by themselves. So don't want to add anything extra. I just want you to see how this will look if you're just wanting to throw this on and go to the mall or go to the grocery store. So now, as you saw already, I've already kind of dusted away the pigment. As far as my first review, I will say I really like this palette. I've been using it for quite some time because, like I mentioned, I told you my sister got it for me a while back. So that one is really, really nice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go in with the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I got mine in color 310. This is in Burkina. Unfortunately, I was not able to test this out before I went into the store, before I purchased it. So we're just gonna hope that it works. I watched a few different YouTubers that have the same complexion as me and the same foundation colors as me. So I'm just hoping that it works perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is, let's just see how it applies. I'm just gonna start with the little. Go in with my brush. If you guys didn't know, I like to start with 3 stripes. And oh yeah, this is okay. Leftover. So this foundation, I will say, this is not a foundation that you prep your entire face with. And by prep, I mean go ahead and apply all the foundation and then go buff it out. This is not that foundation. It's very tacky. Very, very, very tacky. Like, it's almost drying when I put it on there. And I see a lot of YouTubers say that they don't like that. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I don't not like it. Oh wow. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on the rest of my face, and I'll be right back with you guys. So what I like to do is I like to go in with a little bit more powder after I apply my first round of foundation. A little bit more powder. You don't have to necessarily put it under your eyes, just right on the top. Yep. Nice little, you see how that looks, guys? And then if you want, you can go ahead and pull it down, but we don't have time for that. And honestly, I'm not going anywhere today. I just want to look cute, so I'm not about to worry about my neck. Okay, so now we're just going to see how good is this concealer. Okay, so we're just going to do one. You know what? We're just going to try one. We're going to try one little swipe, and let me go ahead and spray my brush or my sponge. One thing I want you ladies to know, if you are a heavy-handed makeup person, we're just gonna call us heavy-handers. If you're a heavy-hander, you want to just make sure that you're applying this very so lightly. So by that means not applying, but blending this out very so lightly. Like, how's it looking, guys? Do you guys like it? Leave me stars down below if you guys like it. I was thinking that would be a really cool way. Make sure if you're still watching, you leave a star down below. I want to start to have a new little keyword or key emoji that you guys can leave, and then it'll be like our own little secret society, because only us will know what the stars are for. So let's go ahead, and that looks good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one little squeezy piece here and try to, yep, because you don't want to bring up your concealer around up into your eye makeup. That's my only downfall of doing your eye makeup first, but here nor there. So I'm going to finish up the other side, and then I'm gonna make a few little twitches, and then I'll be back, guys. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take a new cosmetic wedge, and then I'm gonna go in with my highlighting powder of choice. So I typically don't highlight the rest of my face. Most of the time you see people highlight the top of their head, their nose, and their cupid's bow. So for you guys, I'm gonna do it. And I will say this foundation, so this or the concealer is more hydrating than the foundation. So the concealer moves a little bit better, if that makes sense. So I personally like the texture or the formula of the concealer. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So I would definitely say that is good. And then, like, I mean, as you guys can see, the foundation doesn't look bad. It's just something to get used to. And my thing is like heavy handers, I would say to you guys is that with it being so sticky, you just want to make sure that you're being as light as possible, because with sticky foundations, they stick to the bristles and they can easily be picked up. Okay, so if you guys are, you know, there's two different type of contours. There's a cream contour and then there's a powder contour. This palette here is more of a,
I bought the wrong thing, guys. I bought the wrong thing. So this is going back for sure. I bought the the eyeshadow palette, and I meant to buy the blush palette. Oh, that's so annoying.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just show you guys how to make a contour out of an eyeshadow palette, and then we're gonna use make a blush out of it too. So you guys will learn something today. So what we're gonna do is, if you don't have contour, what you can do is you can go in your palette and take the darkest color. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna start with this chocolatey color and go over to this lighter color. This lighter color will be a good buffer outer. You wanna have a lighter contour sometimes, because if you make a mistake and apply too much of the darker contour, then the lighter one will help you buff it out and give it a softer look. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead and take the powder off. I'm using an angled foundation brush or an angled blush brush to take off my powder. If you guys hadn't seen that video yet of me explaining how to use makeup brushes, you definitely should check it out, because this brush here is used for blush typically, but you don't always have to use your brushes like that, especially if you pick up like 10-pack, 20-pack brush kits from places or inexpensive places like Target, Home Goods, TJ Maxx. You want to use it to the fullest ability. You don't want to pay a cheap price for something and then only use one or two brushes. That's like paying full price for one or two brushes. You see what I'm saying? So you just want to make sure that you use your brushes to its fullest capacity. Okay, so now we have a nice flat base with concealer and stuff. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and create our own contour. So what I like to do when you're creating a contour, you want to get a really fluffy brush, because you don't want this to come off too harsh. So really fluffy brush. Okay guys, so as you guys saw, one thing I want to cheat you, if you have a round face like me, what you want to do is you want to cut your jawline. So put a little bronzer or contour down on your jawline, and that helps with giving you some type of dimension. Okay, so now last thing that we're gonna do and take a powder and shape our nose out. Okay, so as you guys can kind of tell, I don't try to do too much with my nose, simply because I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to that. But I pull the shadow up a little bit and start with my eyebrows, and then I'll pull it down. And then a nice key tip, if you're ever carving your eyebrows off and it looks boxy, take a fluffy brush and take your contour color just ever so slightly and just buff out your boxiness, and it'll give you that ombre effect. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to, ooh, that'd be nice. Well, we're gonna try, listen, you gotta, I'm all about making things work. All about making things work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this color here and make that my contour. Okay, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna make that my blush. So now all we have to do is add a little highlight, and we're gonna do the same thing. Take a color out of our palette. That's one. Okay. So now that we got all this, I think it looks pretty good. Last thing that I have to do is just add my little lips. You know, add my little lips. I'm gonna go in with my favorite lip liner. Let me shut up. And I'm gonna show you guys something. So my mom bought me like this little all these little MAC lipsticks years ago for Christmas. She bought me these, all the colors that I really don't wear. And so what I thought about doing is these, you just gotta make stuff work, y'all. I'm taking in this little hot pink. Taking in this little hot pink. Like, that already looks good, my guy. If you don't boost yourself up, who is, baby, who is? So take the hot pink, we got the brown lip liner, got the hot pink lipstick on, about to dab this in. Oh yeah, that's it. That is it. So I hope you guys love this video. I am just impressed. So make sure to stay tuned for my final thoughts. Okay guys, thanks for watching that video. I can't believe that I did my first get ready with me. I'm very thoroughly impressed with Juvia's place. I used 3 of their products for this entire face, besides me using a finishing powder and a concealer, or a finishing powder and a primer. This was all 3 products. 3 products. Did you guess it right at the beginning? How many products did you think? You probably thought a lot. But anyways, this was 3 products. This is just telling you, this shows you that you don't need tons of products to do a really pretty face. You can get it done, especially if you leave something at home. Or I just wanted to show you guys, like you saw, I bought the wrong thing. But if you ever want to like spruce it up and you don't have everything that you need, girl, don't give up. If you want to be fabulous, you're gonna be fabulous no matter what. But anyways, I'm so glad that you guys came to this video. As far as my review, the foundation, I really loved it. It was nice and tacky. I will say, if you do have drier skin, you can definitely use this, even though it's for matte skin. I would just use a hydrating primer. And then the concealer was here nor there. It was nothing special to me, honestly. But that eyeshadow palette, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely. So let me stop rambling. Let's just like, leave me some, like I told you guys before in the middle of the video, leave me some stars if you're still here. I really appreciate you guys. But other than that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your friends. Like, ain't I cute? Like, but anyways, I'm out of here, and you guys have a great day.